I'm a little baffled and perplexed. Is this a fucking library? Why is everybody being so nice to him? Where are the off-color remarks? Let's get started. First of all, I want to thank, who's responsible for this? Who is this? Okay, you don't understand what a great service you just provided. Because now
I can it's video, but I can edit stills out of the video.
And now, possibly, if I'm lucky, my wife might fuck me. I don't know, I've seen a lot of those, and they tend to pick on other people a little bit who speak, so who the fuck is that woman in the back? Really Howard Stern fans? Is that Mary Ann from Brooklyn? Alright! Everybody loves Matt Lamar, but you know, if I wanted to hear from an asshole, I just fought. Matt, he kind of grew up in the wrong era. They call him Kid Panic. So he was a kid, he was a little off. They said, oh, this is Kid Panic, that's the name of stuff. If he grew up today, he'd be Kid ADHD, he'd be Kid with a little autism, he'd be Kid with the IEP. They have much better labels for those kids. I'm sorry for that. Anyway, where'd the girl go with the violin? I think she's gone. What I should let you know, Brad, I gave her an extra $300. She'll shove that violin up your ass, and while she's jerking you off, she'll yank it out. So enjoy that. Oh, getting back to Matt. Did you have a one of those lamb chops out there? Matt took that fucking lamb chop, shoved it in his mouth, came out dry like the desert. Talk about skills. That's all the stuff I wrote. Now this is the stuff I wrote last night. You know, you're doing a very good job preparing for a roast. If you use your wife, she's shut the fuck up, you can't say any of that shit. And she runs out the door. So that worked. I know Brad the longest of any non-relative. I think walking here. I first met Brad when I was 6 years old. But this is now going to be an interactive part of the service. Fast forward to high school. We were the most brutal little bratty motherfuckers. And we've all now getting paid back for the torture we bestowed on everyone. Brutal. I mean, bullies today, we sit back and the kid gets in trouble for bullying. It's such a joke compared to what we used to do. We were the masters of bullying. And everybody took it and everybody gave it and it was great. And we used to get punched and we used to get tripped and the one thing that would happen getting into junior high school is that when anybody would do anything stupid or embarrassing, the whole room, wherever you are, would break out into a big chant. Jerk! So everybody say that together with me. Jerk! And still to this day, when I speak to Brad, there's always a little jerk! So we'll get back to that in a second. You know, Brad is very into physical fitness. He believes in a balanced diet. He likes a cock in each hand. Look at him, 50 years old, looks so great, just like the shit I did this morning. It's funny, you know, I wrote this last night. You walk around, there's pictures all over the place of very, very famous people, and some of the people who I wrote on this list. You have Weinstein, Spacey, Lauer, Batali, Rose, Simmons, Franken. Fucking amateurs, right? They got nothing on you. What's what's the difference between Alan Dershowitz and Brad? Dershowitz is a great lawyer and Brad fucks children. Brad didn't think lawyers had a bad enough reputation, so he became a lobbyist. Brad suffered so much rejection in his life, his hand falls asleep when he jerks off. One more jerk off? I have a few more. We'll do one more jerk off. When there's a sock on Brad's door, he's jerking off into the other one. Jerk! Alright, so I'm 6 years old. We go into day camp, summer camp. The nice Jewish boys go to the Goyish camp in Oceanside to go to Camp DeBoer. So that's when I first met Brad. I'm 6 years old. And Brad, I used to get on the bus, and Brad was so pissed off. He was so angry at me. He'd say, "You fucking asshole, you don't live in this neighborhood, and we have to take the bus all the way down to the other side of town for the only Jew to go to the Goyish camp. We can't do that because I'm on the bus too." He also used to say, "Oh, here comes fat and skinny." He was referring to me and my sister. I was the skinny one at the time, but I'll have you know, my sister's very swell right now. She's very skinny, so I'd be fat and she'd be skinny. So he's very angry, very pissed off. We're going to Camp DeBoer, and the next thing I know, in the morning, I get picked up on the other side of Valley Street to go to Camp DeBoer, and then they tell me to get off the fucking bus across the street from his house that afternoon. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I said, your parents moved, you live across the street now, and now I don't have to ride on that fucking bus all day. And that's when things shifted from day camp. And Brad lived at 43 Cloverfield, I lived at 48 Cloverfield, and it all went from there. So we have a lot of history together. The interesting thing about Brad and I is our lives have kind of weaved in and out and back around and back around. First it was camp, then it was school, and he ran in this direction, and I ran in that direction. And then I felt, you know, Brad is very smart, he's very accomplished. His whole life, you know, something to look up to, does everything very well. And then all of a sudden, we both end up in the worst fucking law school in the country. He worked so hard, and I didn't know. He was an honor student, he was a scholar athlete, he did all this stuff. You know, I didn't fucking do anything. I didn't go to class, I didn't study whatever grades I got. And we both ended up in the same fucking stupid law school. So who's the smart one now? Wasted time. And then after that, our paths continue to cross. You know, my kids fucked up, his kids fucked up, and we help each other, we support each other, and we're running around, and he's always got my back. But seriously, the thing about Brad is, I kind of think our lives will continue to intersect forever. And one of these days, we'll be back, life will be ending, we'll be old, we'll be sitting on the porch, he'll still be trying to choke down a cigar, he'll have his cock in his hand, and we'll look back in life and we'll say, you know what, we went in different directions, but we always came back together. That's the greatest thing. Now Brad, he'll take a bullet for anyone, and I adore that for him, you know, of course, as long as the bullet's rubber. But he's a wonderful guy. Whenever I'm in trouble, he's the guy who comes into my head. He's the call that I make. He's the guy that picks up. He's the guy that shows up. And I love him to death. I love his family to death. And if you're fortunate enough in life to have a couple of people who you can trust and be yourself around, you're a real lucky guy. And I consider myself a real lucky guy.